Let's talk about one of the most confusing and frustrating aspects of international travel: currency exchange. It's a topic that can make even the most seasoned travelers' heads spin. You're constantly bombarded with different rates, fees, and commissions, and it's hard to know if you're getting a good deal or getting ripped off. Well, I'm here to demystify the world of currency exchange and to share with you some of my best hacks for saving hundreds of dollars on your travels. So, if you're tired of losing money on unfair exchange rates, you're in the right place. First, let's get one thing straight. Never, ever exchange money at the airport. I know it's tempting, especially when you've just landed in a new country and you're desperate for some local currency. But airport exchange counters are notorious for offering the worst exchange rates and the highest fees. They prey on tired and unsuspecting travelers, and they make a fortune doing it. I once made the mistake of exchanging money at an airport in Bangkok, and I lost about 15% of my money in the process. It was a painful lesson, but it's one that I'll never forget. So, if you shouldn't exchange money at the airport, where should you do it? The best place to get local currency is at a local ATM. ATMs offer the most competitive exchange rates, and the fees are usually much lower than at an exchange counter. Just make sure to use a debit card that has low or no foreign transaction fees. I use a card from a bank that's part of the Global ATM Alliance, which means I can withdraw cash from any of their partner ATMs around the world without paying any fees. It's a game changer for budget travelers. Another great option for getting local currency is to use a travel card like Wise, formerly TransferWise, or Revolut. These cards allow you to hold multiple currencies in one account, and you can exchange money between them at the real mid-market exchange rate. You can then use the card to withdraw cash from ATMs or to pay for things in stores and restaurants. I've been using Wise for years, and it's saved me a ton of money on exchange fees. It's also incredibly convenient. I can top up my card online, and I can track all my spending in the app. Now, let's talk about credit cards. Credit cards are a great way to pay for things while you're traveling, but you have to be careful. Many credit cards charge a foreign transaction fee of around 3%, which can really add up. So, before you travel, make sure to get a credit card that has no foreign transaction fees. There are many great options out there, and they can save you a lot of money in the long run. I have a travel rewards credit card that not only has no foreign transaction fees, but it also earns me points on all my purchases, which I can then use to pay for flights and hotels. When you're using your credit card or debit card to pay for something in a foreign country, you'll often be asked if you want to pay in your home currency or the local currency. Always, always choose the local currency. This is a sneaky trick called dynamic currency conversion, and it's a way for merchants to make a profit on the exchange rate. If you choose to pay in your home currency, the merchant will use their own exchange rate, which is always much worse than the rate your bank will give you. It's a total scam, so be sure to avoid it. Another thing to be aware of is the spread. The spread is the difference between the buying and selling price of a currency. When you're exchanging money, you're always going to lose a little bit of money on the spread. But some exchange counters have a much wider spread than others, which means you'll lose more money. So, before you exchange money, make sure to check the spread. You can do this by comparing the buying and selling rates. The smaller the difference, the better the deal. If you do need to exchange cash, the best place to do it is at a local bank or a reputable exchange office in the city center. Avoid exchange offices in touristy areas, as they're likely to have the worst rates. And never, ever exchange money on the street. It's a common scam, and you're likely to get ripped off. So, to recap, here are my top currency exchange hacks. First, never exchange money at the airport. Second, use a debit card with low or no foreign transaction fees to withdraw cash from local ATMs. Third, use a travel card like Wise or Revolut to get the real mid-market exchange rate. Fourth, get a credit card with no foreign transaction fees. Fifth, always choose to pay in the local currency. Sixth, be aware of the spread. And seventh, if you need to exchange cash, do it at a local bank or a reputable exchange office. By following these simple tips, you can save hundreds of dollars on currency exchange fees and have more money to spend on the things that really matter: experiences, adventures, and creating memories that will last a lifetime. Currency exchange is just one of many ways to save money while traveling. By combining these hacks with the other budget travel strategies I've shared in previous videos, you can significantly extend your travel time and have more money to spend on experiences. The key is to be aware of the exchange rates, to do your research, and to make smart decisions about when and where to exchange your money. I hope this video has helped you navigate the confusing world of currency exchange. What are your best currency exchange hacks? I'd love to hear them in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Travel with Mila for more budget travel tips and advice. Until next time, happy travels! Let's dive a little deeper into some of these hacks. When it comes to using ATMs, it's a good idea to withdraw larger amounts of cash at once. This will minimize the number of times you have to pay a withdrawal fee. I usually withdraw enough cash to last me for a few days or even a week. Just make sure to store it in a safe place, like a money belt or a hotel safe. When you're using a travel card like Wise or Revolut, it's important to top it up before you travel. This will ensure that you have enough money in your account to cover your expenses. You can top up your card online or through the app, and the money is usually available within a few minutes. When you're choosing a credit card for travel, look for one that offers other travel-related perks, like travel insurance, airport lounge access, or no baggage fees. These perks can save you a lot of money in the long run, and always make sure to inform your bank about your travel plans before you leave. This will prevent them from flagging your card for suspicious activity and blocking it while you're on the road. Another thing to be aware of is that some countries have a closed currency, which means you can't exchange it outside of the country. So, before you leave a country with a closed currency, make sure to exchange any leftover cash back into your home currency. Otherwise, you'll be stuck with a bunch of useless banknotes. And finally, don't be afraid to use cash. While credit cards are convenient, they're not accepted everywhere, especially in developing countries. So, it's always a good idea to have some cash on hand for small purchases, like street food, souvenirs, and local transportation. Just make sure to keep it in a safe place and to be aware of your surroundings. By following these simple tips, you can become a currency exchange pro and save a ton of money on your travels. It's all about being prepared, doing your research, and making smart choices